For decades, Kirksville restaurant and bar The Golden Spike was a fixture of Kirksville nightlife. It showcased live music, DJs, and teen nights, and served as a regular venue for stand-up comedy. The Golden Spike closed its doors in 2004, and it impeded the local comedy scene in the process. Now, more than a decade after the Golden Spike closed, stand-up comedy in Kirksville is experiencing a bit of a revival, which is due, at least in part, to Kirksville comedian and Truman alumnus Ty Clay.
I'm from a small town. The town I'm from is actually smaller than Kirksville. The town I'm from is so small that there was only one black person in it, and it was me and my sister put together.
Ty Clay began performing stand-up comedy in 2014, in the summer before he began attending Truman. His first performance was at an open mic in Quincy, Illinois, where he was the only comedian in a show of predominantly musicians. Partially because of this disparity, the audience did not respond positively to Ty's set. Ty says this did not discourage him from pursuing comedy, and he saw that night as a challenge.
Didn't go well for me, partially because I wasn't funny and partially because the audience was kind of a bad audience. I left that night. I wasn't like depressed that my first time doing stand-up failed. I was just mad and I wanted to do it again so I could just be funny.
Ty began attending Truman in August 2014, and he immediately joined Truman's stand-up comedy organization Upchuckles. He chose Truman because it was less expensive than other schools he was looking at, and because they had a comedy organization. Upchuckles advisor Jay Self says that at Truman, stand-up comedy became a way for Ty to express himself.
His personality really came out when he was performing. Otherwise, he was a shy, quiet guy in the back of the room during meetings. So when he was performing, that's where he comes out, and it was fun to watch.
While stand-up comedy was an outlet for Ty, he did not enjoy the same success and freedom of expression in his other Truman experiences. Ty purposefully performed poorly in class because his mother wouldn't let him take a break from college on his own accord. He dropped out of Truman after the fall 2015 semester. Ty says that despite criticism from family and other adults, leaving school was the right decision for him.
Like if I had just went through with college, I would not have found a job in any major that I would have had because I wouldn't want that extra responsibility because I would just want some kind of whatever job so I can just kind of leave that whenever I want and go do stand-up when I feel like it. It's the only thing I can imagine myself wanting to do.
Since leaving Truman, Ty has remained in Kirksville, organizing and hosting comedy shows. He became more proactive setting up his own shows due to the lack of opportunities to perform in Kirksville, with Upchuckles setting up the only other shows in town. Since the beginning of the year, Ty has hosted 6 shows at Geno 70s Club and 1 show at Duke Min, featuring both local and out-of-town comedians. Geno's manager, Robin Seavey, says Geno's does not give Ty any direction or restrictions for his comedy, and that he does an exceptional job organizing his shows and recruiting acts. Despite this, Ty says some of the shows have been low quality, but overall are improving.
I think the quality is definitely improving, and part of the reason why the quality is improving is because I'm trying to get my act together and actually work on planning stuff and trying to be a professional.
Ty plans on having comedy shows in Kirksville as long as he still lives here, but he plans on moving to a larger city in the near future in order to reach a wider audience. For the Truman Media Network, this is Charles Mahood.